You all sucked at that, and you should be ashamed.
I thought it was cute.
We did our best.
Hello, brats, and welcome back to another episode of Rainbow Book Rats, a queer romance podcast where four feral rats nerd out about their favorite reads. On this episode of Digging Deeper, we will be talking about our recent buddy read and doing a deep dive into a bookish topic one of us is foaming at the mouth to talk about. So grab a treat, settle in, and let's get to yapping. I'm JD, my pronouns are they, them, and I don't like blueberries.
We're going to talk about that?
Sorry, I was
We
really
can
slow
if
on
you
the
want.
uptake there, and I didn't realise what you meant.
That's my fact.
Anyway.
I don't like blueberries.
What do they do to you?
I just don't like them. I wish I liked them.
Is it the skin?
I
don't
try
like the
them.
skin
I
on
try them often because I don't understand why I don't like them. Because I like every other berry, but every time I eat one, I'm like, bleh.
Blah.
It makes me
I
sad.
just don't like them. Yeah, I know. It makes me sad too because blueberry muffins smell delicious, and then I eat them and I'm
Oh,
like,
they're
bleh.
so good.
I don't like blueberries.
I know
either.
they look good.
Well, listen,
They smell good.
I'm not surprised.
I don't
My
know.
thing's not a surprise to anybody. Like, I don't like anything.
That's true.
Kit, that just means more blueberry muffins for you and I.
This is very true.
And I will
Yes.
look on longingly. I wish I liked them. Anyway, I don't like blueberries.
I'm Kit, they, he, and all my favourite animals are super weird.
They are,
That's true.
but we love that.
Yeah.
I am Megan. She, her, they, them, and I don't like honey.
What?
Oh. You guys are
No,
killing me today.
that seems crazy, but I kind of get it though.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll allow it, I guess.
Really, though?
I'm Katie, she, her, and in high school, I super glued fake vampire teeth to my mouth.
And that's why we're friends.
Wait, are
I
they
wanted them to stay in.
why, like the plastic ones you get when you're in elementary school, or like the ones from Hot Topic?
She was in high school. They were sophisticated ones.
They were obviously the Hot Topic ones, the ones you like molded
Yeah.
with the wax.
Yeah.
But I wanted
Wow.
them to be real secure.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm. No one here is gonna fault you for that.
No, I actually have thought about like actually getting like real,
Like implants.
yeah, like real.
Oh, I
things,
love
just
that.
'cause I think it would look so cute.
It would
Yes.
be. It would be.
I think it would be so cute in my face.
I think it would be too.
So today's episode would be discussion on our buddy read and then a deep dive. However,
Yeah, so it was my pick for Buddy Read this time, and it was just one of those occasions, you know how sometimes you pick a book and it was a long time since you read it, and it just isn't quite as you remember it. Like, the things that I loved about it, I still really loved, but there were just a lot of problems with it that I didn't really remember, and at the end of the day, we decided as a group that it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
I enjoyed some of it.
Mhm,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't like a angry, I'm gonna burn this book, I don't want it.
It wasn't a DNF situation, which for me isn't saying much, but it just, yeah.
Yeah, you never DNF.
We just didn't want to dedicate that much time to talking about it if we
Yeah.
didn't all love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not afraid of DNF book.
No, me neither. Yeah.
I did finish it.
Katie and I will
Yeah.
DNF. Yeah.
I finished it too.
Crickets.
Instead,
Crickets.
we thought we would talk about some of the books that are on our TBR that have been out maybe for a while that we're really excited to get to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody save me.
Yeah, so I will go first. I have 3 that I picked out. The first one that I have is Magnificent Mess by Horvat.
Woo.
It is the 3rd book in the Bears of Beauville series. I read the first 2.
nice.
I need to
I
read
really
that.
liked them. Yeah, I'm excited to read this one. It just came out recently. So it's an Omegaverse book. Based on the title, you might be able to guess that they're bear shifters.
Shocking.
I know, the Bears of Beauville.
Rawr.
It is about bear shifters, yes.
I love a bear.
I know, don't we all? So this one is about two bear shifter alphas who are friends and one Omega who is a burned out superstar who comes to their small town to kind of take a rest.
Yes.
Oh, this is the best friend of the MC from book 1, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
I actually have that written down so that I would say that.
Oh.
This one is described as a book with an intense heat and a slightly unusual fate bond.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's a grumpy sunshine. Well, the friends are grumpy sunshine together. Laurel is the superstar. He's a burned out rock star and he's a lot younger, so it's kind of an age gap.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. So
I love all of that.
Yeah.
Same.
I was just gonna say, I know it's a weird trope, but I really like a burned out character finding somebody to like help them and not be like
Yes.
Roman with Danny.
Hey brats, editing Megan here, just letting you know that JD is apologizing here for coughing. I took that cough out because no one wants to hear that, but the resulting banter was funny, so I left it in. Enjoy. Yes.
Me too. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys.
Do it again and you're fired.
Oh, mean Katie.
Oh.
She
She's
emerges.
here. The next one that I have is actually from my physical TBR.
Ooh.
It's His Slender Embrace by Amanda Meuwissen.
Ooh, so good.
Yes.
I know that some of you have read that already.
I wonder who.
Yes, love it.
It's so good.
Yeah, I'm excited to read this one. This is the fourth book in the Monster Match series. It is about a shy human seeking confidence after a bad breakup with a gaslighting ex
Yeah, fuck him.
Ooh.
via fantasy fulfillment.
Yes.
And the other character is described as a magnetic monster who has tentacles.
Yes.
And so
He's a slender
Yeah.
man. He's a slender man.
He's a slender man.
yeah, he is a slender man. It's a hurt comfort book.
Aw.
And the monster, it says in the description that the first time people hear his voice, they lose consciousness.
Yep.
And they'll lose their mind if they look at him too long.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
So I'm curious to see how that works out.
Oh, it's so good.
It is.
I'm very excited to read this one. I found this book at Charlie's Queer Books in Seattle. Shout out Charlie's, amazing bookstore. They carry a lot of indie books there, and they recently, well, maybe not recently at this point, but when I bought this one, they had recently expanded on their romance section and did an amazing
Nice.
job. I was so impressed with their selection. So go to Charlie's Queer Books
yay.
in Seattle.
And I want to give 2 words for his slender embrace.
Oh yes.
Train hentai.
Yes. Fantasy fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Okay. Well, yeah. So that's my second one. Excited to get to that one. And then my third one is called Secrets and Sake by CJ Ravenna.
Oh, yes.
It is a paranormal yakuza.
Ooh.
It's number 1 of a duet, and it is wolf shifters, insta-love, fated mates. It's a grumpy yakuza werewolf and a sunshine undercover reporter.
Ooh.
There's Touch Him and Die.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And another thing that was said about it is that it has searing spice. So
Oh,
Can
seriously.
confirm.
yeah, I'm excited to read that one. That one has actually been on my TBR the longest, and I keep not going there, and I don't know why. So I was looking through my TBR to see what books to include, and I was like, this one, I must get this one read. So this is my push to myself to say, like, hey, read
it.
this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are my TBR picks. What about you, Kit?
Yeah, great picks. So I've got one. It is Becoming New by Annie Bennett, which is book 2 in the Isle of Donut series.
Yay! I love this series so much.
So both books are paranormal, low angst, cozy romances set in the Scottish Isles. Book 1 was so cute.
So
it's called Somewhere
cozy.
New.
Yeah.
Right. So book 1 is a really grumpy, sad boy werewolf who's forced to take in a sunshine witch who's escaping heartbreak. They're stuck in an only one bed situation in a small cottage with a whole lot of pygmy goats who enjoy
Yes.
causing trouble.
Yes.
And that book has so much hurt comfort. It's got
It
mutual
does.
pining and generally being ridiculous around each other.
Yeah.
And I just loved it.
They're so sweet together. This one is another one
so
of my
sweet.
Communication Kings tag.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Because
excellent.
they talk everything out together. It's
Oh, we love
the
that.
best.
Yeah. So for this one, what I've been able to work out from looking at reviews, looking at the blurb, essentially, so this is another of the werewolves from the werewolf pack. So he's a werewolf bookshop owner, and he's really lonely.
Oh,
He's
lonely
so
boy.
lonely.
Yeah, and he wants someone to do puzzles with and eat cheesy pasta together.
Oh my god. Me too. Me too.
Right? Like, sign me up. And so his love interest is a socially awkward veterinarian human.
Oh.
And essentially, they are both sweet weirdos who find their person, like first as friends and then as more.
Yeah, it's a friends to lovers situation. It's so cute.
Oh.
There's so much cuddling in this book, you guys.
Oh my god, I love cuddling in books so much.
Yes.
Me too.
It's slow burn, it says, and it's a demisexual awakening, but it heats up quite quickly after the first kiss.
It does. And it's so
Yeah.
spicy after that.
Yes.
I can't wait. And we've got the whole werewolf fan family as well from the pack that we met in book 1. But it sounds like we spend more time with them in this book.
Sorry. I'm trying to support you, Kit, and my cat is yowling down the hallway. And I just had to mute to yell at her, and I didn't hear what you said, and I felt like you were waiting for me to help you.
Yeah.
She's so mad that Matt hasn't gotten up yet. I think she can hear him on the other side of the
go.
door.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Okay,
That's all right.
let's get back into
So
it.
I said werewolf fan family that we met in book 1, but we spend more time with them in this one.
Yeah, we do. We get to see a little bit more of a few of the other characters. I love
Ooh.
them. The whole series is so good. All the characters are so good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just like try to get everybody I know to read it.
Yeah, we met quite a few of the different werewolves, didn't we, in book 1, but we didn't spend that much time with them.
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah, only a little bit at the end.
So I'm really looking forward to getting to spend a lot more time with the whole pack.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so cozy. And also,
Yeah.
the second book is kind of broken up into 2 sections-ish in my mind. And the title is a hint at why and what happens to make that a thing.
Oh.
Something anyone
Interesting.
wants me to say to them, but maybe it's intrigued you enough to go pick it up.
Yeah, because I know that we learn more about like the backstory of the whole world and stuff as well, which might be what you're talking about. So that's really interesting.
Okay, then, JD, keep your secrets.
I will. They wouldn't be secrets if you guys would just go read the book.
Listen, I gotta stop signing up for ARCs, and then I can.
You
really
do.
do,
You
yeah.
have a problem.
I do.
I'm real deep in this Leighton Green hole, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also my fault. And I won't apologize for it.
So the first book, it looks like it was her debut, at least under this pen name. if it was her debut, it was so good.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And all I can say is that I really wish that the Isle of Donut was a real place, because I would move there in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Oh
same
my
here.
gosh, it seems so magical
Right?
and just like peaceful and lovely. Yeah, Annie's writing
Yeah.
is so good. I really, really love it.
Yeah. So if you're looking for something that's basically almost no stakes, low angst, just really sweet, definitely check out this series, and I can't wait to go and read book 2.
I mean, I did cry, but I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
I sobbed at the
it's a
end.
bit emotional. Yeah, it's a bit emotional.
But it's not
There's big
angsty. It's
emotions.
just-
Yeah, not angsty.
So that's what's on my TBR coming up very soon, hopefully. Megan, what's on yours?
I've got 3 for y'all today. So,
Woo.
woo woo. I'm gonna start with one that was recommended to us by a friend / listener / fellow bookstagrammer, Screaming Possum Reads.
Yay.
We love you.
Yeah, thank you. They commented on one of our posts recommending Aurethia Rising by Atlas Laika.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got a freaking gorgeous cover. So of course I was like,
haven't heard
"Oh,
of that."
what is that?" And it's a gay space opera.
Yes.
Yes, I'm excited.
That sounds very fun.
Yeah. And growing up watching Battlestar Galactica
Oh,
operas.
I am very normal about Battlestar Galactica.
That sound you made proves it.
Yeah. Totally normal.
As well as The Expanse, right, Kit?
Yep.
So yeah, it's a gay space opera where in like a queer normative universe, which we love.
I
Yes.
love that so much. That's my favorite thing.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same.
And it's arranged marriage. It has a lot of world building with like rival feuding planet, and it's hurt comfort, and it's got fight play.
Oh, fight play.
Yes, fighting as a love language,
Oh, okay.
Yes, please.
and it's got politics and romance and rivalry and yearning, and I'm all for all that.
Yes.
Sounds amazing.
And a trans mask main character.
Yay.
Yay.
Next one I have is Our Dark Mirror by James Chance.
Oh yeah.
And he popped up recently on my feed, and I was like, this is another gorgeous cover. And it's a supernatural murder mystery.
Ooh.
Yes, with a hellhound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? We love the hellhounds. He's sent to our world to recapture an escaped fugitive, and so therefore he has to team up with a monster hunter. It's Grumpy Sunshine in that the hellhound is like this grumpy bad boy character, and the monster hunter is like this sunshiny football jock character. Hopefully you guys can't hear Betty in the background. So yes, they team up to hunt down this fugitive. It's one of 3 books. Supposedly the story doesn't conclude in this book, but the second book's already out. So it's got like dark themes and morally gray characters, and it's a slow burn.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds really good.
Yes, this one's been on my TBR for a little bit, and I'm super excited about that. And then my last is Residence by Lily Jane.
Oh yes.
I keep seeing a bunch of posts about this book, and the art is so pretty
I
for
know.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of the quotes I've seen as well.
Yes,
So
right?
good.
I know, like, I probably went with all really pretty books, but no shade to people who can't get the pretty covers.
I see no problem with that.
I know, exactly. So, yeah, this one is a rock star romance. So it's rock star / ex-ballerina turned makeup artist. And they, like, go on tour together. And it has a lot to do with emotional healing and recovering from addiction. And it says that it's a hard-earned HEA and a slow burn, but high heat, so that sounds good.
Yes.
That sounds really good. Yeah.
And they have a sobriety pact, forced proximity, friends to lovers, all these fun things that I'm like, just like, okay, yes, please, now, please. And it just came out, and it's on my Kindle. It's on my Kindle. Oh fuck, I gotta read this book now.
Yeah.
You and your arcs.
I know, I did this to myself.
I love arc reading, but
Not-
it's stressful.
Not to sound, higher than thou, but I don't do that. I am very particular about books I arc read, and I won't apologize for it.
I learned my lesson
I know.
because last year I signed up for NetGalley for the first time, and I always heard that NetGalley, it's super hard to get approved for books. But when you first make an account, your approval rating or whatever is 100%. So like you'll pretty much get any book you sign up for.
Mine
And
was
so-
0.
Oh, okay. Well, when
Sorry.
I first signed up, I was like, oh, all these books sound good. I signed up for like 16 books. And then all of a sudden, like literally while I'm sitting there signing up, I'm getting email after email. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got approved for like 9 books immediately.
Wow.
And then I had to like resend all my other things because I was like, oh my God, what have I done?
Yeah, I'm just a commitment phobe, so I'm like, I can't be out here just willy-nilly signing up for whatever. I can't do that.
Like last year I was really good and didn't do too many arcs. Like I said, I just did ones for authors I knew I was going to read the book for. And then I don't know, something shifted this year that I was just like,
something changed.
Megan is back on the bullshit.
I've managed to get them all done and like enjoyed all of them. But I don't know. Yeah, I just got.
It's just a lot when they pile up like that.
Yeah, they all came out at the same time. And then there's the most recent one was 600 pages. So it's like,
I saw that. My God.
Oh man.
So yeah, just to end this one up, it's a standalone and it's opposites attracts and it's got lots of confessions and like kind of like a roller coaster, ride while they are on the road to recovery and working through that and getting towards their happily ever after. So
Yay.
Those are mine. Katie, what about you?
Yeah. Well, I had to kind of look through because most of my TBR right now is just books that you guys have been talking about on this podcast. So,
whoopsie.
Yeah, or more Leighton Green books. But I wanted to get back to some of the series I'm already in the middle of. So my first book is Kiss, Kill, Thrill Me Daddy by Lance Lansdale. Book 2.
Which we're going to buddy read.
Yes, so that's book 2 in the Murder Daddy series. And if you remember the first episode, I loved book 1. It was so fun. Just crazy, wild, balls to the wall. It was a good time. So this is Tatum's book, Scotty's best friend. And at the end of book 1, you find out he had been kidnapped by Kincaid. And they've got this weird dynamic of Kincaid's like, I'm kidnapping you for your own good. This is what you need. And Tatum's like, no, I don't want to be kidnapped, but also is like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he does. He does want to be kidnapped.
Yes. So I'm hoping for more just wild shenanigans like book 1. And
you
apparently
will get it.
This one features a lot of exhibitionism, which I'm really excited about.
Yep.
And there was one of the things in the synopsis was over the top finger warming, which I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm excited for that.
Yep.
It's just like his comfort blanket or something.
I kind of love that.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say pacifier. And yeah, kinda. It is.
It's a reverse pacifier.
No. It's his acidifier.
His acidifier. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
But I'm super excited for that. But it's coming to audio. It's in the works.
Yes.
Eventually, and I cannot wait.
Are you gonna wait
listen.
for that?
No,
Oh,
I'm
you're
not gonna
going
wait.
to.
I'm
Okay.
gonna. Yeah, I can't be bothered to wait. I need it. I will probably re-listen when it comes out on audio because I just did The House Husbands. I had read book 1, and then I got an advance copy of the audio, and I re-listened to it. Oh my god. Crying down the highway. It was so good.
Oh no.
That's not dangerous at all.
It's fine. I actually cry on the highway a lot if I think about it. Like,
We all
anyways.
have our places.
I cry everywhere.
Yeah.
This does not surprise us.
That's
It's-
true. The world is Megan's crying place.
I'm just thinking of like the places I listen to books the most, and a carpool, and then like highway and the driveway of my house. Because whenever I go somewhere, when I come home, I'll just sit in the driveway and like mentally prepare myself to enter the house again.
You have to.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Oh man. So my other book.
Question about the carpooling. Do you listen to our audiobooks and then cry when there's kids in the car?
No, I cannot listen to a book if there's the children, my nephews in the car with me, because 1, I don't want them to hear my books, but 2, I don't think they could be silent if their lives depended on it.
Yeah, they're not at the age yet where they know that they shouldn't
Yeah,
talk over an audiobook.
the 5-year-old, we were driving the other day, and he has learned like beatboxing, I guess you would call it.
Oh,
Oh
God.
no.
And
Oh,
he's
I'm so sorry, Katie. I'm so sorry.
He starts beatboxing. He's like, I'm gonna do this till you stop the car.
Oh,
And I was like, we're driving. Like, we're not gonna stop. I don't know what you mean.
And it's just bad fart sounds with his mouth the entire time. Oh.
He's really passionate about it. Oh man.
I mean, I admire the passion though. Good for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad he's found a
I'm just
hobby.
sorry you have to listen to it while trapped in a vehicle with him. There is no escape.
I know, it's rough. And the other one, the 9-year-old, is just sassy, and he's always giving me shit because maybe once or twice I've run a red light on accident. And will approach us like a stoplight, and he'll be like, just so you know, it's red. That means you're supposed to stop.
Ooh.
I know. Oh, the sass. Okay. My other books. So I just finished the newest release in the Passing Through Cafe series, Enchantment and Envy. And I realized I skipped the prequel novella. So Passion in the Pentagram
Ooh.
is a prequel
You
novella.
silly goose.
I know. What am I doing? But it sets up the story between Quinn and Glimma and how they meet. So Quinn is like set to marry somebody, but she doesn't love them. She doesn't want to marry them, but she's going to do it for her family. And then she meets Glimma, who wants,
Ooh.
I know, Glimma wants to come and start a cafe. So she comes into Quinn's office and is like, I want to get this cafe going. And it's their little love story, which I'm so excited about because I love them in the books.
Sounds very sweet.
They're very hot in
know.
the books.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. It's like Succubus. There's not a lot of books I've read with Succubus, but one of my favorite books ever is Maneater by Emily Antoinette, and that's a succubus. I am in love. Like, I don't ever want to get married, but if I had to marry somebody, I would marry Elle.
I thought you were going to say I would marry a succubus.
Yeah, Elle.
A very specific
Oh, okay,
one.
so that one.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm really excited to read that. It's a novella, so it's short, but it's got like forbidden love, desires, fated soulmates, and like a matchmaking fake fiance, which sounds fun.
Oh,
Ooh, that does sound fun.
And I'm thinking that you'll get to see some of the other characters from the Passing Through Cafe series, which I love because I like my favorite all-time team of like little weirdos. I just love every one of those characters so much.
Yeah.
We
for
love a
sure.
cameo.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then my third book, I have like next to no information on this because I don't like reading spoilers about books, so I'm just going off of what Storygraph has.
Mhm.
But it was recommended to me because I decided I wanted to do one of those like 12 books by 12 friends rec. So I reached out to
Yes.
some people, but I never reached out to 12, and I have like maybe six recs.
You did your best.
I honestly forgot about it. But
It's ADHD.
yeah, I'm still gonna read the rec. So Carly Reads
You
Queer
better.
Yay!
had recommended.
I love Carly.
Hi,
Yeah,
Carly.
we all love
Hi,
Carly.
Carly. I
Hi,
love
Carly.
I will see you soon.
We should have timed it together so we could all say it in one. Let's
That's
do
okay.
it.
I can edit it.
Okay,
We can edit it in.
or we could just re-say
Okay.
it now.
Okay.
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 1, 2, 3. Hi, Carly.
Carly.
Okay.
You all sucked at that, and you should be ashamed.
I thought it was cute.
We did our best. Okay. She recommended Heart by Jesse H. Rain, and that's been on my TBR for a while. I actually just got the audio, I think.
You need to tell me what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for it. It's a obsessive, swoony stalker romance
Hell yeah.
Ayo.
with a broken boy and all the green flags.
broken boy. Broken
Yeah.
boy.
Right?
Fucking
Sign me
boy.
up. I'm really excited for it. So I did get the audio of this. And then I also
you went balls to the wall on that Audible sale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back in for seconds.
Oh
I
my
did that
goodness.
too.
Good for you.
Yeah, balls to the other wall. So
Katie's hitting every wall.
my balls will be bruised after this. It'll be great. Can we edit that part out? I don't have balls.
No.
Listen, anytime someone asks, can we edit this out? It's staying in.
I was gonna say there's a 75% chance that no, we can't edit it out now.
Dang. All right. Well, those are my TBR books. I'm very excited to read Heart and all the other ones. Yeah. Yay.
I can't wait for
Awesome.
you to tell me all about it.
Yes.
Oh, I'll be in your DMs, all of you.
Excellent. Well, we are going to hand things over now to Megan, who has prepared a delightful deep dive for us on
Femboy.
Yay!
Thank you so much for that introduction, JD.
You are so welcome.
So, as I said, let's talk about femboys in queer romance books.
Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it.
So, as we all know, and as other people in the community have also known and seen and experienced, it is becoming more common for femboy characters to be in romance books, which we love.
We love to see.
And basically, it's characters who are either male or masc aligned who present. This could be done in like the form of wearing makeup or wearing feminine clothing, or even just something as feminine mannerisms and physique or the way they talk, because as we know, clothes do not equal gender.
It's so true. So true.
And so authors who are including feminine men in their books, they aren't doing it as a fetishization of queer men. They aren't doing it because they wish they were writing an MF romance. They aren't doing it because it's what's popular. They're not doing it as a kink. These are actual human men that exist in real life. Not the characters, but it is a gender non-conforming identity.
Yes.
Yeah.
A very real gender non-conforming identity that exists in the real world.
Can I jump?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Kit.
Hi, Kit.
Kit.
So, I've discussed this before, but I am trans masc, and I do actually identify as a femboy sometimes. I am a real person. Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Kit's
real person,
They
Kit.
do exist.
Yeah. And I'd love to talk about like why and what it's like for me and why I think people do it. Just really quickly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We love it.
Because here's the thing, like, okay, first off, gender is something to play with in my view, and I think in a lot of people's views. We're past the point where a lot of people believe in these very strict gender roles and you can't go outside of them. I mean, women have worn GNC clothes for a long time now. You know, there was a time where women couldn't have worn trousers, but we are past that time, and men are starting to, and masc people are starting to be much more accepted when they explore as well and wear clothes that are considered traditionally feminine, because clothes do not have a gender.
They do not.
And this is, so we play with it and we experience things, and it's not a trans identity, but it is about, for a lot of people, it's about seeking that gender euphoria in their clothes, because here's the thing, cis people can experience it too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm looking for, because so much of the trans experience is about your dysphoria.
Yes.
Yep.
Wearing the right thing can be that euphoric experience. And I wear a lot of mask stuff or androgynous stuff. That's where I feel most comfortable. But sometimes, you know what? Men and mask people, we want to feel glam too. We want to feel cute too. And a lot of those kind of clothes tend to be traditionally more feminine, or makeup. You know, makeup is a fun thing. It's transformative. It's empowering in a lot of ways. It's a fantasy. It's a mask. It can make you feel really strong. And I'm sure a lot of people, you know, feminine people understand that too. And as men, and mask people, we can enjoy playing with that as well, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Makeup also has no gender. Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Exactly. So I think that's where, for me, it comes from. It's that fucking with gender, exploring how the two can mix together, because I am never a feminine gender. I am always masculine or gender neutral. I just enjoy presenting sometimes in ways that feel more traditionally feminine. Also, because the waistlines on feminine clothing tend to be less restrictive and much more comfortable.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same reason for every femboy, but that's why I do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Kit.
This is like why it's important to also have these type of characters in queer romance, because not only is it representation, but it also helps other people kind of understand or learn or maybe see themselves in that character, and also shows that, like you said, you don't have to be one way. You can be whatever way you are, you can be, right?
Yeah.
So true.
Exactly.
It's becoming more common, though, for mask presenting and male men.
There are a lot of male men right now who are starting to feel more comfortable with their femme identity.
Well, it's just becoming more common for them to be able to explore more that side of them. And I think shaming an author for writing that, and I think shaming a person in general for doing that is just that you might as well be a transphobe in my book.
Yeah, for sure.
So where did I leave off?
This is our public service announcement.
Yes.
Yeah. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Check yourself.
Yeah. So basically, at the end of the day, femboys, they are not a fetish. They are not a feminization kink, which they could be. It could be a thing, but just because someone's femme doesn't mean they want their parts referred to as a pussy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They could also wear lingerie and not be considered a femboy. They don't, like Kit said,
yes.
they're not trans. They're not always trans. They're not NB. They can be cis. They can be straight. They can be queer. Like,
yep.
We don't make assumptions. So, with all that said, let's talk about some books.
Yay.
Yeah.
So, some of our favorite books, some of my favorite books, and if you guys want to chime in with some of your favorite books, if I miss any of them, that have femboys in them, we have Hothead by Mika Nix, Temptation by Kiki Clark, Biker Daddy by Gianni Holmes, Nightmare for Hire by Morgan Lysand.
Yeah.
Gray Bryan has Wreaking Havoc and or Wrecking Havoc.
It's reeking.
Either way. Yeah, I think it's reeking.
Yep, it's reeking.
Gray Bryan has Wreaking Havoc and Inviting Bedlam. We've got I'm Not Your Pet by Faye Quinn, Felix by Emmy Sanders, Good Night by Kelly Fox, Kiss, Kill, Thrill Me Daddy by Lance Lansdale,
Yeah.
Devil May Care by Lark Taylor.
Yes.
Other than specific ones I'm going to talk about, do you guys have any to throw
I
out?
have a couple
Go ahead.
that I would love to shout out.
Do it.
One of them is Scarification by EM Lindsey.
Oh yeah, I need to read that.
It's so good. I wrote some things down like about it. Do you want me to share anything about it, or should I just move on?
No, share about it.
Okay. So yeah, Scarification by EM Lindsey is book 6 in the Irons and Works series, which is one of my favorite found family series.
So good.
But it features a bisexual, deaf, and femme character named Amit. And he's just such a delight. He has to hide that part of himself from his conservative family, but he meets Miguel, who really sees him and lets him shine. So yeah, it's really, really sweet. Amit wears skirts and lingerie and makeup, and he's just absolutely adorable. I love him, and I love that book. Aww. It's so sweet. Also, in that book, Miguel has a split tongue. Ooh. Which I don't find very often in books, and it is, oh my goodness, it's very hot.
He puts it to good use.
Can you imagine a blowjob with a split tongue? Did you know that when you split your tongue like that down the middle, each side moves independently?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. You have control of both sides.
Yep. Anyway, if that entices you further, great. The second one that I wanted to mention is actually a book that I am choosing for our next buddy read, which is called Pretty in Peak.
I'm so
By
excited.
Reese Morrison.
Yay!
Yes, so that one, it features a plus size construction worker named Mateo. He is also hiding that side of himself from his family and he meets a daddy through a daddy event.
Daddy! Yay!
Who helps him kind of come out of his shell, and it's his daddy is blind, and I love the representation in this book so much. Also, the nicknames Kitten and Peach are used in this book.
Kitten is one of my favorite nicknames.
Yes,
me too.
Yes.
Me too. And I have highlighted this one quote, let daddy feel how pretty you are.
Stop it
Oh my
right
gosh.
now.
Oh my god.
I'm
Wait,
very
which book
excited
was
to
this?
read this with you. It's called
Okay,
Pretty
good.
and Peak by Reese
Yes, it
Morrison.
is the one we're reading. Yeah.
Yes, we are reading this for our buddy read next. This is my buddy read selection that cannot be vetoed.
Like any of us would do that.
Yeah, which, well, I mean, if you don't want to read it, you can opt out. But
Yeah.
this is the one that is decided, and then not the one that we're voting on. I just must. You must read this. So we're gonna read this, and we will have an episode talking about it.
Yes.
Eventually.
Who knows?
But yeah, those are the two I wanted to shout those out because those are like the two that really come to mind for me when I think of femboys.
Yes, love it. Thank you.
And I've got two, if that's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
I
go
haven't
ahead.
got anything about them though.
Okay.
I just want to shout out Airborne by Quinn Cameron, which recently released, and My Everything by Jada Marks, which I talked about recently on a previous episode.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yay, yeah. I wanted to add. I wasn't sure I couldn't remember if you mentioned it. I know you said Goodnight by Kelly Fox, but also Navarro, Desi.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Desi.
We love Desi.
I love that book. Oh, it's so good. Also, Plaything by Colette Davison.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have to read that
That's
one
a good
still.
it's so. I'm really enjoying the Kinky Housemates. I'm excited to read the next one because it's got puppy play.
Puppy play.
Yay! I can't wait.
So the first one on my list is a favorite of ours, Angel by Linden Bell.
Yes.
The Feet book.
Pause for Carol.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
it's
I can't.
okay. It's from her Camboy Network series. It's the third book in the series, and the Camboy Network is about a group of friends who start a Camboy Network. So
Wow, I would not have guessed that.
No one saw that one coming.
But yeah, we love Linden because she does such an
Yes.
amazing job of, like, in these books, balancing spice and plot and emotion and tenderness and
Yes.
Slutty feet.
Oh yeah.
and
The real foot fetishist is discovered.
JD, was this your foot awakening?
I don't think I had a foot awakening.
They just always knew.
Yeah.
This one has a really great foot fetish in it.
Yes, it does. So we have Angel, who is a teddy bear.
Sweet teddy bear angel.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just this really sweet, gentle giant. He's Reese's brother's friend from high school. They were in football together. Nope, don't have to sneeze. Okay.
False alarm.
He's like this quiet, sweet cinnamon roll who is just kind of just taken and enamored by Reese, but he doesn't understand why. He's he's a sweet little virgin who still lives with his mama.
Yeah.
And then we have Reese, who is one of the Camboy friend group, and he's this like small, fierce femboy who left home at 18. As tends to be kind of a theme in the femboy books, is like his family doesn't know him as Reese, the feminine dresser who dyes his hair every week. Mm-hmm. His family knows him as Ricky, and he left home at 18 and went off to do his thing to become himself. He's a pole dancer. He's a power bottom. And he loves makeup and fashion, and like I said, changes his hair color every week.
Yeah.
He has beautiful long hair.
Yes, beautiful long hair, and wears beautiful platform shoes. And
Yes. He has a very sexy heel collection, which you get to see in this book.
So Reese returns home at the beginning of the book for his dad's birthday party, and that's where he runs into Angel. In a vulnerable moment, Reese tells Angel about what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And Angel, for some reason, tends to become very interested and intrigued by it. And one thing leads to another, and next thing we know, Angel's going to be joining Reese for some videos where he's doing where it is a well, Angel thinks it's a gay for pay situation.
I was gonna say it's technically a gay for pay, but that's not actually true.
Because surprise, surprise.
Yeah. It's a gay awakening book.
Yes. And it's poor Angel's just like so obsessed, and not obsessed, but he's just enamored is the word, right? He's just enamored.
Yeah, captivated.
I would use that. Yeah.
Yeah, captivated by Reese, and he, poor sweet baby, just doesn't know why. But he just wants to be with him, and he wants to talk to him, but he's straight and he can't understand his feelings.
Why he's feeling like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the tropes from this are it's a gay awakening, it's a virgin MC, it's got first times, size difference. That's it.
Is it standalone?
No, it's the third book in the series. You can read it as a standalone.
You can.
It's like those other series, right? Where you can read it as a standalone, but technically it's the third in the series.
Yeah, each book in the series you could technically read as a standalone, but they're better together because it's sort of a found family situation. So all of the friends are in each other's books. Yeah. And if you don't know them, it's just less enjoyable, but still very, very enjoyable no matter which one you pick.
Yeah, they're all really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one's relatively low angst. Reese does start having feelings for Angel, even though he's like, can't catch feelings, you know?
Yeah.
Lots of pining.
He just doesn't want to break his own heart because he thinks that Angel is straight.
Yeah.
Straight, yeah.
But some of the kinks in this are, as we said, shoe and foot fetish. There's quite a bit of cum play, including felching, obviously exhibitionism because they perform all their stuff on camera, and 69, which we love. And then I want to read a few quotes from the book that I love. I was sending these to the group chat last night.
I love this book so much.
I know. And they're both from Angel talking to Reese, and it touches my heart because it's Angel being so lovely. So the first one is, "No, Reese, you were made to shine. You should never hide how bright and beautiful you are."
I love the way that he sees Reese. Like
Me too.
Immediately in the beginning, he's just like so captivated and awed by Reese and how like unapologetically him he is, and
he just
so
thinks
good.
that Reese is so perfect in every way. He really shows that in every interaction that they have together.
And the second quote is, "I'll never let anyone hide you away or cover you up or make you less than you truly are." Yeah. I chose these because it's just like that's how this is how people should be treated by.
Yes. I have a list going right now of, well, I have several lists of posts that I want to make eventually, but this book is on my list for it's just titled "Don't Change Who You Are."
Oh, yes.
There's a bunch of books that have moments like that, and this is one of my favorites.
It is. It's so great. So that's that one. The next one I'm going to talk about is 1,000 Cuts by AM Rose.
Yes.
As y'all know, we love the AM Rose in this house.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the third book in the Cursebreakers series.
This is the one I'm gonna read next.
Yes.
Yes. And I can't wait.
I know. I'm here to get you pumped for it and ready for it. And it's the Cursebreakers series is like an urban fantasy series about this group of adoptive brothers who are cursebreakers. They have the magic ability to go in and break curses that exist in this universe. This book is Fix's book. Fix is much like
Daddy Fix.
Yeah, Daddy Fix. He's like if Angel was a daddy. Like,
Is
he's
this an actual daddy book?
yeah, it's an actual
It is,
daddy
yes.
book. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. No, it's not age play, but it's it's daddy boy in their their relationship. Fix loves to fix things. He loves to like fix situations. He's the type of character who, if something's wrong, he's the first that's gonna be like, okay, what can we do? What can we,
He's daddy.
I think he's in interpersonal curses, isn't he?
Yes,
I think he's
interpersonal.
interpersonal curses.
Exactly. And he's another giant teddy bear who is covered in gorgeous, colorful tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
He's the oldest of the curse breakers in this group, so he's got gray in his hair. He's buff as fuck.
Mm-hmm. He's yummy.
Is it an age gap?
Yes, it's an age gap.
Yes.
Okay.
So his newest job is helping out a down on his luck Camboy. Oh man, I got the Camboys in this.
Heyo.
Down on his luck Camboy named Liam. And poor Liam is basically he's being stalked, and he's just literally everything in his life is cursed. And I think it's in book 2 that he goes to the Curse Breakers Inc. to try to get help, and then they're in the middle of something important. And
Yes. I was just gonna ask, is this the guy from the club or from the fight
Yes.
ring? Oh my god, okay.
Yes, he shows up like basically asking for help, and then they have to turn him away. And so
Because they're a bit busy.
yeah, they're a little bit busy.
Rude.
Well, that's exactly what Fix thought. Daddy Fix like couldn't stop thinking about the boy that showed up, and they had to turn away. And so Fix hunts him down, figures out who he is, and shows up at his door
Oh my
to
god.
fix things.
I love
Yes.
this.
I know. And so Liam is hesitant at first. First off, because he doesn't think he can afford it, and also it's kind of hard when it's hard for you to reach out, and then you finally do, and then you get turned away. You kind of like
Oh yeah.
are resistant to it at first.
Yeah, it makes you shrink back.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what poor Liam does, and he turns Fix away, but Fix won't be deterred and shows up at Liam's house when Liam's gone and breaks all the curses.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Liam shows up at the curse breaker's office, pissed off, being like, like, you broke my curses, like, and trying to pay for him, but Fix is like, no, don't let him pay for it. Like,
Oh my gosh.
So Liam is the femboy, and he's, like I said, he's a cam boy. He's also like a sad boy, and
Such a sad boy.
Yeah, we love a sad boy.
we love a sad boy.
Yes.
He is baby girl.
Yes.
He is.
He is the definition of baby girl. Yes.
Yeah.
He also is a dog daddy.
Mm-hmm.
He has his rescue baby named King.
Oh, I used to have a dog named King. He was my favorite dog in the whole world.
Oh, well, you'll
He's
love
an
this
Airedale.
dog.
Yeah.
A what?
An Airedale Terrier.
Oh, cute.
I love Airedales. They're so cute and they're so sweet.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is another book where it's like the perfect blend of spice and sweet, and as we know, A.M. Rose is great at writing like tender emotional relationships, but also having the spice in there and having the
Mm-hmm.
the funny moments, and they're just the way they balance everything is just so great.
Yeah.
I
I was just thinking about book 1 in this series yesterday.
my Ash, my baby.
Yes.
And like with Liam being a femboy, it's just kind of it's a great part of his character, and nobody really gives him shit for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a fantastic part of his character, and it's just there.
Yeah, it's like it's like a normative thing to them.
Yes, which I love.
Yeah.
Again, queer normative, best kind of universe.
Yes,
Best,
exactly.
best.
Yeah, in this one, he doesn't have like a family that he's trying to, hide himself from. He's just who he is. Like, there's a scene I read last night where it's just a scene that's talking about him getting ready, and it talks about how he puts on his makeup, and then he puts on these really pretty thigh-high tights that have little pink bows on the back, and puts wears like these jean
Cute.
shorts and this soft buttery sweater, and I was just like, oh, I love this moment. Like, just explained him getting ready, and like, you know, nobody was like, why is that man wearing women's clothing? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't give too much away. But basically, it's a slow burn to get Daddy Fix. It's insta lust, but it's a slow burn to get Daddy Fix and Liam to finally start acting on these feelings. And Fix is a daddy who will be gentle and caring and sweet and concerned outside the bedroom, but inside the bedroom, he will pound you into the mattress.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yes. He will restrain you, and this is what Liam wants, right? So he will restrain you, and he will give it to you.
Use his size against you in the best
Mm-hmm.
way.
Yes.
Yep.
And there's a scene where Liam is on camera and Fix is behind the camera, and it's just yes.
Okay.
I love. Now that's a micro trope I would love to see more of.
Right?
We have
Yes.
that in Always Watching
Oh yeah.
by R.S.
Yes.
McKenzie and Lee
Yes.
McCormick.
Yes.
Wait,
And
hold on.
that
I'm
scene
taking notes.
oh, it's so good. Yeah, Katie's in her dark romance era, so this
Yes.
absolutely must be on your list. It's one of my favorites.
I've actually been thinking about rereading that one recently.
Me
too.
too.
Wait, how dark is that? We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get into it now.
Yeah, so like I said, this one's got size difference, age gap, tattooed Fix, found family, like one of the best found family books series ever.
Yeah.
And then exhibitionism.
Say that again.
Exhibitionism, bondage. It's another one that's a part of series. Technically can be read as a standalone, but
I would read it in order because there's an overarching plot.
yes, exactly. There's an overarching, yeah, exactly. So, read, and plus the other two are so good anyway.
Yes, also that.
there is angst,
There's quite a lot of it.
yeah, but it'll hurt, but you'll love it. It'll feel,
Yes, it'd be worth it.
yeah.
I love when it hurts a little.
Yeah.
Well, this will hurt a lot.
I'm ready.
We need a sticker of that with an axolotl.
And then the last one I'm going to talk about is Breakfast at Bennett's by EM Denning.
Oh yeah.
And this one I just read a couple weeks ago on audiobook by Kurt Graves. Woo woo, we love him.
Yeah.
And this is a low angst series about like a father and his three sons who own and work / used to work in a diner, and the wife / mom passed away years ago. So each book is a different brother, and then the last book is the dad, all finding love. And it's just such a sweet, cozy, like I said, low angst series that is just when you want just queer joy of men finding their partners and experiencing what it's like to find love and fall in love and go on dates. Like, this is a perfect series to read.
I love cozy queer joy. That's my jam.
Me too.
Yes, right?
That is Katie's
Yeah.
jam.
We have enough queer trauma in the world right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a place for queer trauma
Yeah,
books. We love
for
those
sure.
too.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it is nice to have a nice little sprinkling of drama-free
Softness, yeah.
queer joy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so books 2 and 3 in this series have femboys in them. So book number 2 is called The Jock, and it is Colby Bennett, who is one of the brothers. And then Milo Kennedy is a former drag queen whose ex-boyfriend kind of shamed him out of his femboy ways.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
So basically the book starts with Colby coming over to his dad's house, and his youngest brother lives with his dad. And so he walks in on his youngest brother putting makeup on and dressing femme, and his youngest brother Taylor freaks out and tells him to get out and starts being pissed at him and doesn't want Colby to see this side of Colby.
Oh my heart.
I know. And poor Colby is just like trying to find a way to let him know that what Taylor's experiencing is normal, and he supports him and he loves him, and he doesn't want Taylor to be mad at him for this. But Taylor's kind of like embarrassed and is just like pissed at him and won't talk to him.
Yeah, feeling vulnerable and
Exactly. Feeling vulnerable about it. Colby is a CrossFit instructor and is at work one day when Milo shows up, and Colby notices that Milo's wearing makeup, and when they're talking about it, he brings it up and finds out that Milo used to perform in drag. So he kind of just like, well, can you help my brother? And explains the situation to Milo about what happened with Taylor, and kind of sort of reluctantly Milo agrees because, like I said, Milo's ex forced him to kind of turn away from that life, from being a drag queen and from wearing feminine clothing. So it's really sweet though, because he agrees to do it and he takes Taylor under his wing. But so while helping Taylor, he also kind of rediscovers and re-embraces that part of him. And so it's just fun seeing them support each other while also getting over your asshole ex.
Hell yeah.
And this is a queer awakening book where Colby thought he was straight, but then starts developing feelings towards Milo. And it's one of those things where the family is like, dude, we knew you were weren't straight.
I kind of always like when someone's coming out, like, and that happens in a book. True story. When I was younger, I was trying to confess to my sister that I had feelings for another girl that we knew, and I remember we were in the back of a car just hanging out, and I was like, I need to talk to you about something serious, and I was so emotional about it because I was really nervous, and my sister was like, yeah, I know, it's very obvious to everyone.
I know. My husband told me that I wasn't straight, so yeah. So it's when it happens in books, I don't know. Yeah, to me that's just a real response to that whole situation, right? Well, in fact, I was reading EM Lindsey Stick Around. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Stick Around does that too.
Yeah.
Jonah everybody knew.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Jonah's like, I'm bi, and I was like, dude, we knew.
And then he's like, oh.
But because of Milo's past with his ex, he's very hesitant at first to kind of get into something, and also he's not sure. He's like, is Colby gay, or is he bi, or is he straight, or who knows? Mm-hmm. Everybody else except for Milo and Colby, apparently. So that was that book, and then book 3 is Taylor's book, which I love because it's Taylor getting together with 2 of his brother's best friends who treat him like the princess he is, and
yay.
Oh. And that one's called The Princess.
Oh. Sweet baby.
Yeah, and Taylor's a plant dad, which is becoming one of my new favorite tropes.
Yay. Yes. I just started a tag for plant dad.
Yes. I wish I could be a plant dad.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm a plant reaper.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Not by me. The cats would eat the plants. I wouldn't eat them.
Yeah. I have a lot of plants in my house, and I'm responsible for 0 of them. Yeah. Because, nope.
Death.
But I do get to look at them, and they're very pretty.
I bought a zebra plant once, and then I left it in the trunk of my car for a week. And it still survived. It survived.
I mean, they like the dark. I was gonna say they like the dark, but maybe not that much dark.
Yeah, and the heat, because this was midsummer in Arizona, so 100 plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You really tried to kill it there.
Yeah,
it survived on my desk at work for another 3 months, and then I overwatered it, and it rotted.
That's my problem.
Sad.
I overwater my plants because I'm like, I want to fucking love you. Let me love you. Here's
Let me love
That's
you.
not how you do it.
She's waterboarding her plants. Love me.
That's exactly
it. Oh no.
So who wrote this book?
This is E.M. Denning, and this is my first time I've read any of her books, so I'm definitely going back. There's a spin-off series from this. I was telling you guys this. The 4th book is the dad and an unhoused MC who the dad rescues and brings in and gives a hot meal in the diner, which also love that microtrope, the unhoused plus diner plus feeding him. So yeah, definitely recommend this.
Sounds really cute.
Yeah, it was a nice read for when I was.
You just needed something fluffy.
I did.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got for today. If you guys have any more you want to say or anything like that.
I
do
don't.
not.
I feel like you covered it pretty well.
Yeah. We love femboys,
Yeah.
and
We do.
let men wear dresses, let men wear nothing, let men
Yeah.
But also, we don't have to let them do anything. They can do whatever
Yes.
they want.
Yes,
Yeah.
And so can everybody else.
Mind your own business.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, I guess. Okay, are we doing outro now? Do I?
Yeah, I guess. Is that a good way
Do
to
I
end it? Would just be being
I don't
like-
know. I think so. Us just yelling at people and telling them to mind their own business.
Yeah, I know, right?
And well, that's the episode. Mind your own goddamn business, okay? And stop telling people what to do with their bodies.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Let us know if we have any femboy books that we missed and you want to tell us about them. We could leave them in
Oh,
the
there you
comments.
go. Yeah, do that. Say that
Or
again.
any
Yeah.
Okay.
femboy book recommendations you want to give us.
Yes, we want more femboy recommendations. So please leave a comment on our Instagram or our Facebook page or Facebook group. Email us. Let us know if
Yeah.
there's any that
Yeah.
you want us to read.
Send us a letter.
Yeah, we take we take letters. I don't know how you're gonna get to us.
Send us a dove.
Pigeon mail.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's what I meant. A pigeon.
Smoke signals.
Think about it really, really hard and
Smoke signals.
If somebody sends me a letter by pigeon, I'm keeping the pigeon.
Yeah, be ready to say goodbye to your pigeon, but you can send us a pigeon.
Thank you.
Great.
Megan takes a bow. Thank you.
And scene.
And see. Listen, we're four neurodivergent people. We don't know how to end things.
I don't know what to say now. Okay.
We're
It
just
makes you think
awkward
of like
like this.
those magic tricks where you throw the powder on the ground and it's just smoke. We need to
That's how we're
find
ending
the-
every episode.
We need to find the audio equivalent of that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I think that we can use just the normal pre-recorded outro
Yeah, we
for
can.
this, right?
But we need to
So-
say goodbye. Because
Oh, yes.
I like it when we do a different goodbye. Every
So
time.
long, goodbye. I don't remember the rest of the words to the
So
song.
long.
So long, farewell.
That wasn't
Oh,
how
yeah.
it goes anyway.
I used to not think it was after we were saying it. I thought it was like, and we are saying goodbye. So long, farewell, and we are saying goodbye.
Aw.
You know,
Well,
it
we
kind of
are
works.
saying goodbye.
Yeah.
So
I like
goodbye.
that
Bye.
Do Re Mi song better. Not that. Anyway, that's unrelated. Sorry.
Bye.
Okay. Well, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Farewell.
Bye.
Okay, but also every time we
You're
do
not supposed
that,
to be giving the forehead kisses.
Well, that was
Yeah, those are-
that was
those
that
aren't
was not
free.
a forehead kiss. That was like on your hand.
Oh.
hand kiss. That's weird.
like when the Lord kisses the lady's top of her hand.
Oh.
I'm
Megan's
the Lord,
the
and
Lord.
they are the lady, and I kiss their hand consensually.
That's all for this week, brats. We are going to scurry back to our book nests, but we would love it if you join us next Thursday for more rat shenanigans. Until next time, you can find us on Instagram at Rainbow Book Rats, or join our Patreon where you can get exclusive access to uncut episodes for all of our extra rat nonsense, sticker packs and other fun merch, and invites to game nights and other various events. Certain tiers also get a shout out at the end of every episode.
Hey brats, it's editor Megan here with the Rat King shoutouts for the month. Rat King is small, but Rat King is mighty. We have 2 new Rat Kings this month. Shout out to Carly and to Meta for joining our Patreons. We love you guys.
And as always, email your comments and questions to rainbow.book.rats@gmail.com. We read everything you send us and we do our best to get back to you quickly. And wherever you're listening, we'd love it if you could rate and review the podcast. That helps so much. Have a great day and stay feral.